Good afternoon, students. I am Priyanka Gupta from Seth Vidya Mandir, English High School and Junior College. Hello, students. I am Priyanka Gupta from Seth Vidya Mandir, English High School. I will be teaching you history. Today, subject is history, class 8. Class 8. The Bengal province was one of the most prosperous provinces in India. In 1756 AD, Siraj-ud-Dowla became the Nawab of Bengal. East India Company officers misused the trade concessions obtained from Mughal Emperor in Bengal province. The English built fortification around the factory at Kolkata without the permission of the Nawab. Hence, Siraj-ud-Dowla captured the factory at Kolkata. This created discontent in England. Robert Clive diplomatically briefed Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of Nawab's army, and also promised to make him the Nawab of Bengal. Nawab Siraj-ud-Dowla and the British troops met at Plassey in 1757 AD. But under the leadership of Mir Jafar, the Nawab's army made no move actually join the battle, hence Siraj-ud-Dowla was defeated. Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal with the support of British, but later he started protesting against the British and hence his son-in-law Mir Qasim was made the Nawab. Mir Qasim tried to put restrictions on the legal trade of British and hence once again Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. To restrict the activities of British in Bengal, Mir Qasim, Siraj-ud-Dowla, the Nawab of Ayodhya and Mughal Emperor Shah Alam formed an alliance and ran a campaign. In 1764 AD, Battle of Boxer was fought in Bihar. After this battle, British East India Company got the right to collect the revenue from Bengal province as per the Treaty of Allahabad. In this manner, the foundation of British rule in India was laid in Bengal. In this act, the system of dual government was introduced by Robert Clive in Bengal 1765, wherein the East India Company took over the revenue collection and the maintenance of peace and order was left with the Nawab of Bengal. The officers of the company pocket land revenue. As monopoly of trade was given to East India Company, its governance was criticized in England. As monopoly of trade was given to East India Company, its governance was criticized in England. So, British Parliament passed some important laws to control it. This act designated the Governor of Bengal as the Governor General. Lord Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of India. He controlled powers over the Bombay and Madras presidencies. It provided a council of 4 members to assist him. The British Mysore struggle. Hyder Ali from Mysore state rebelled and took control of Mysore. After the death of Hyder Ali, his son Tipu Sultan became the ruler of Mysore. He tried his best to fight against the British. At the end, Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of Srirangapatna in 1799. In modern history, Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of Srirangapatna in 1799 and the Kingdom of Mysore came under the British rule. The British turned their attention toward the northwest frontier to strengthen their power in India. Under the Mysore War, Hyder Ali rebelled and took control of the state of Mysore. After his death, his son Tipu Sultan tried his best to fight against the British. Now, under this British feared the Russian might attack India through Afghanistan. Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan, also known as Tipu Sahab or the Tiger of Mysore. He was the ruler of the kingdom of Mysore and a pioneer of rocket artillery. He tried his best to fight against the British. At the end, Tipu Sultan died in the battle in 1799. In this manner, the British took control of the Mysore territory. British control over Sindh. To strengthen the British power in India, the English turned their attention towards northwest frontier. They feared that Russia might attack India through Afghanistan, and hence the English started establishing their influence over Afghanistan. The route towards Afghanistan went through Sindh. The British understood the importance of Sindh and hence captured it in 1843. British control over Ranjit Singh. In British actions in 1843, they conquered and annexed Sindh to the south of the Punjab in a move which many British people regarded as cyclinical and ignoble. The action and attitudes of the British under Governor General Laud and his successor Sir Henry are disputed. The Treaty of Amritsar of 1809 was an agreement between the British East India Company and Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Sikh leader who founded the Sikh Empire. Among the outcomes was that Sikh gained a carte blanche to further consolidate his territorial gains north of the Satluj River at the expense both of other Sikh chiefs and their peers among the other dominant communities. Ranjit Singh 1780 to 1839 was a Sikh warrior who had been establishing a kingdom in what was at that time northern India. He had established a capital at Lahore in 1799 when he defeated Zaman Shah, an Afghan leader, and this emphasized his status among the Sikh. He proclaimed himself Maharaja of the Punjab in 1801 and expanded his territories to such an extent that by 1808 he had control of an area bounded by Gujarat, Ludhiana, and Multan. Hope you all are okay. Have a good day. God bless you. Thank you.